And now, from
Glasgow.
So, hello, welcome to this week's channel update. How have you all been? It's 1 week since the last one. First of all, I have an apology to make, something that I missed out from last week's channel update. I have bought three magazines, 3 books. So, a couple of weeks ago, I went to Stratford and I popped into WH Smith's. And I bought a couple of magazines. This is one which I thought I bought this because it's actually going to be really handy for my Lancaster. Really loads of information. I haven't had a chance to look right through. It's £9.99 from WH Smith's. It is a magazine by Morton's with an ISB number of 781911703235, and it's by Squadron Leader Clive Rowley, MBE RAF retired. It's a tribute magazine. Now, whether it has more information that I already know, more information than I can get from the internet, etc., in the magazines I already have, I don't know. But it looks pretty good, and there's some pretty good reference pictures in there, including, I'm trying to find it while I talk, including a rather nice picture showing the lights at night, which they've actually got red lights. So we've had a bit of a debate, are they red, are they blue, I don't know. Another one that I got, again this is from Key Publishing. Sorry, the last magazine cost a tenner, this cost the same price. And this is a magazine that comes out 6 times a year, apparently. This particular one is all about Bristol aircraft. Now, what actually clinched it for me, you have these pullouts. Sorry about the not so good. So you have these cutaway pullouts. You also have these images there. Now, Airfix have on pre-order, they have a 48 scale Bulldog, Bristol Bulldog. And this is what clinched it. You know, when you look at a magazine, shall I, shan't I? And it has a pullout with a little cutaway. So when I come to do that model, I don't know when I'll do it because rigging scares the hell out of me, but I'll be able to tell you what every single tiny piece is, including a little tiny piece on the wing called a starboard navigation light. Probably could have figured that one out anyway. Now, the version that Airfix, one of the versions that Airfix are bringing out, will be this there. Now, this isn't the exact plane that Airfix are bringing out, but it's the same squadron. So, a lot of reference material. Another book, I actually got this last week. I wouldn't have been able to get it into last week's update. As many of you may or may not know, I work as a bus driver in London, hence I'm in a hotel right now. Barking Garage, which is the depot that I work out of, they've had an open day, and they've just released this book. And this is every single bus number of every bus in or out of Barking since January 1948. Now, it's a bit of a geeky one. It's just a list of bus numbers, and that's all it is. Why is it handy? Well, I am building not one, not two, not one, but 2 Routemasters, the Revell 24 scale Routemaster. But the Revell model comes as a RML. Now, I will be building one RML, but what I actually wanted was a Routemaster, an RM. Now, the conversion from RML to RM isn't really difficult. If you look at the RML, it's got a little panel in the middle. You cut that panel out, you got yourself an RM. The biggest challenge is obviously bringing two halves of a kit together. Probably not as complicated as doing a cut and shut on a car, but essentially it's the same thing. Now, I've ordered those. I could not believe this. Let me find the website because I can't find it. Right, so I'll have to explain things. I will be doing an update next week, and this I will show you this. So, the Revell Routemaster kit original version comes out at, I think it's about £70 per kit. They have released the platinum version, which is round about 170 quid. Now, I know the difference is photo etch parts, but the question I was asking myself was, is the addition of the photo etch worth the extra £100 price tag? Can I still produce a good model without the photo etch? So I was doing a lot of internet searching, and I came across, I almost fell off my seat, I came across a platinum edition for, I think it was £77.99. And I was absolutely blown away because basically you're getting the platinum edition for the non-platinum price. I even rang the company up. I said, have you got this correct? They said, yes. I said, and he says, I'm actually looking at it now. I said, right, can you read me the kit number? And he read me the kit number, absolutely spot on. So I bought two. So they are actually, at the time of filming this, which is Sunday morning, so it's the same day that I'm putting the video out, it is actually at my house. So next week you'll get to see that as part of the unboxing. So yeah, effectively two for the price of one. And like a lot of shops, because I spent a minimum amount, the postage was free. So I'm really, really excited about that. So what should we do first? Shall we tell you about things, or shall we tell you about future things? Let's go about the past things. So in the last week we have had an episode of ET. Now I have good news about ET. ET was expected to be delayed, but actually it's now come out. The next pack has been paid for. Whether I receive that pack before I come home, I do not know. I would imagine I probably would. So if I receive that pack before the 12th of April, there will continue to be ET. Now, the next problem, as you may know, the ET and the Robocop runs on the same day. Both are fortnightly. They run into each other. Crossover. Can't get my words out. I've just had breakfast. Clocks went forward last night. It's completely thrown my head. It didn't help that I was chatting at well, it's about midnight, and then it got to about 1 o'clock, and of course suddenly it's 2 a.m. and then the head's gone now. So I do apologise about that. Now the ET issue 1, sorry, pack 1 was 2 issues. Pack 2 and the pack 3 that I'm about to receive are 3 issues. The next packs, it turns out, I didn't read the small print when I ordered. They're going to be either 4 or 5 issues per pack. So obviously running those as fortnightlies is going to be difficult, because if I do 1 issue per fortnight, it's going to end up having a backlog. So I'm probably just going to end up doing those as, we'll see how much there is to build. If there's a lot to build, we'll do 1 stage. If there's not that much to build, I'll do a double stage every video. And the Robocop, I will run that weekly until I have a big backlog, and then I'll start doing fortnightlies. Because the trouble with Robocop, that is 4 issues per pack. Now, Fanhome claims that you get packs every 28 days or every month. You don't. You get them every 5 or 6 weeks. Now, I did speak to one person, and they said payment is due 28 days after the shipment date from the last pack. So, given that it takes about a week to 2 weeks to arrive once the payment's been taken, that means that is every 5 or 6 weeks. Now, that's not a problem for something like the Gauntlet because you get 5 issues every pack. So you get them sort of roughly every 5 weeks. But the ET and the RoboCop. So I don't know what to do about the RoboCop. So I might actually do 3 videos per pack. So we'll have 6 weeks worth of issues, and if it starts to get a bit of a backlog, we'll do a catch up. Warhammer still hasn't happened yet, and I'm ever so sorry. I'm trying to get that back in. Tell me what you think, guys. I might just cut issues 28 and 29 and then from 30 we'll go into the new plan of doing one video each stage will be 2 videos, the making and priming stage and then the painting stage. I'll explain why I haven't had a chance later. Eddie Stobart, so there has been issue 126 has come out Wednesday. There will be no Eddie Stobart this coming Wednesday. I did explain on the video, it's my fault. I planned to do the catch up and I just caught up a little bit too quickly, and now the next pack has arrived before I've been able to film them. So I've had to take a 1 week break. That is coming to a close very, very soon. I think this coming Wednesday we have issue 132 coming out, which means there should be another pack on its way soon. I might have got that wrong. If 132 has come out, that means there's 8 issues left. I'm up to 130. 130, 134. So 134, 3 packs left. 3 packs, and one of those packs is 2 issues. So whether we'll get that last pack 2 weeks after the final pack, I don't know. So that is drawing to a close. Now, the plan is, once the part works finish, they will be replaced with something else. The plan is on the Wednesday to make that into, I'm calling it Wooden Wednesday. So it will be wooden models. Whether that will become wooden models, I don't know, because at the moment, the only spare slot in the week for scale models is Saturday, which is what I'm calling Air 48. But I don't want to do just 48 scale aircraft. I've got quite a few 72 scale, which I got from Tom Catters, the mystery box that I want to do. Excuse me. That is coffee, it's not anything else. Too early for anything other than coffee. So I may actually just do that as miscellaneous until something else runs out, and then Wednesday can become Wooden Wednesday. So I can still do wooden things on a Wednesday, but it just gives me the space just to do something else. Thursday Gauntlet. Now, the Gauntlet that's coming out this coming Thursday is the last one of the previous pack. I haven't received a new... Well, I probably have received a new pack, but I've got no idea what's in it yet. Now, I have seen a picture of Building with the Boys' personal Facebook account. He's posted a picture. So I'm going to make the assumption... I've done a lot of what I call, like, with scale models, when I put parts together, I call it dry fitting. When I do it with Partworks, I call it speculative. We think that's going there. And I've slotted the fingers in. So I'm assuming the fingers are going in permanently now, because of the picture that I've seen on Facebook of him, the glove sitting like this. Is that an ice hockey? That's a wrestling thing, isn't it? Yay, big thumb. I don't know. So maybe they're starting to go in, but um, another week and then I'll find out myself, won't I? Friday, there was no Lancaster Friday. I'm trying to say this so that I'm not sounding grumpy, and I don't mean to be. Um, Building with the Boys still hasn't released issue 6 of his Lancaster, so I have no reaction video to be able to do, so I couldn't complete the whole. I've got the videos, I've got issue 6, 7, and 8 ready to go. I just need to add the reaction to it. To be perfectly honest with you, it might not do any harm to just push that back a little bit, because then that gives me more time um, to get things ready. So maybe possibly at the moment um, I'm trying to, well, see that I know there's initial problems. I know that the subscription deliveries have been delayed. They were up to like issue 12 in the newsagents, and subscribers hadn't even received issue 10. So it might not do any harm to just be a little bit further behind on that. Maybe 10 issues behind, which So yeah, delay it for another week maybe. At the moment, I'm 8 issues behind. Yeah, I'm about 8 issues behind the newsagents. So it might not do any harm to just push that back. That leaves Saturday. Now, I have still Friday and Saturday, the Lancaster and the Mosquito, they're builds that I can only do at home. So I have to get loads done. I'm going to be finishing off the Lancaster. That's way, way, way long overdue. But I will be finishing off that when I get home. And what have I been doing? I've not been able to do an awful lot this week. I've been working late shifts all week. Now, the advantage of late shifts is I can get up in the morning, I can do a couple of hours modelling. The disadvantage is I finish so late, and it really screws my day up, because if I'm finishing at sort of 1 o'clock in the morning, by the time I get back, I then want to be up for about 8 or 9 to have breakfast. Sometimes I just feel like going back to bed. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely starting at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, but it's horrible getting up. And we had an incident the other day. I finished work at 20 past 1. I got to the bus stop. Now, the night bus is supposed to be every 10 minutes, which I don't complain about, because yes, this is a rant about Londoners. Um, Londoners are the kind of people that, because they have a bus service every 10 minutes, if you have to wait 12 minutes for a bus, they're whinging. Oh, the bus is 2 minutes late. Now, a lot of you outside of London will probably be thinking the same as me. Wow, you're so lucky to have a 10-minute service. And I know where I live, I think it's a 20-minute service. And I know some places, I mean, when I lived in Newport in Wales, we had services that ran every hour or every 2 hours, and they stopped running at 6 in the evening. So I'm not complaining about having to wait 10 minutes for a night service. Middle of the night, every 10 minutes. How good is that? But I got to the bus stop. I'd literally just missed the bus. I could sort of see it going past the bus stop. So I thought, oh well, I got 20 minutes to wait. I look up at the sign. It says the next bus 20 minutes. The one after that 23 minutes. So he's obviously running late. I wait 20 minutes. I get on the bus. We get into Barking Centre. He's broken down. Now, the bus behind, I don't know how, I think he was held back. They have this thing where if the buses are too close, they tell one of the buses to stop and wait. So it's supposed to be a 10-minute service, so they probably held him back 5 minutes. So I'm sitting there in Barking talking to the driver on a broken down bus. And I said to him, I know it's not your fault. I said, but I finished work at 20 past 1. I said, it's 2:15 in the morning now. I haven't even left Barking. I said, let alone get the rest of the way home. I think I eventually got home about 3 in the morning, just gone 3 in the morning. So that was a tricky one, but that's how it goes. Um, So yes, Saturday, that's going to be scale models. Now, next week, um, I've been really lucky. I've been getting long weekends, which means I can come back early. Next weekend is the weekend I come back. So what the part of the reason I decided to do a weekly update and do it recorded is if I come home on the Thursday, I don't have to sit and wait till Sunday to do my unboxings. Because you imagine you've been away for 3 weeks, you got a pile bigger than you of parcels to open, and you've got to sit there and look at them for 3 or 4 days. So by doing pre-recorded videos, it means I can unbox. The problem I've got next week is I don't have a long weekend. So I've got Saturday off for um, packing. I'm on the train on Sunday, assuming all the trains run on time, bearing in mind it's a Sunday. If the trains all run on time, I will be in my hometown about 3:15. By the time I get a taxi home, it's probably going to be about 4 o'clock. There is absolutely no way I can do an unboxing and record everything and release a video for 6 p.m. So I was actually talking to Natasha last night, and you know when someone comes up with something that is absolutely stupid? Well, at first thought you can go, that's stupid. But actually it's a genius idea. She went, do a live. And I'm like, nah, yeah, actually that's brilliant. So I'm going to be doing a live on Sunday, assuming I get back on time. So yeah, probably what's going to happen now is, um, I don't know. If I get a long weekend, I'll do a pre-recorded weekly catch-up. If it's a not a long weekend and I come home on a Sunday, then it'll be a live. So next week's update is going to be a live. Just checking everything. So last week on the Monday was ET. This week is going to be RoboCop. RoboCop issue 1718 has come out. Pretty much, yes. I've had a little rant as well. This won't come out for many, many weeks. I have been building. I can't reach the box from here. But I've been doing the Corsair from Hobby Boss. Now, please ignore the colour because I've got all the way to this stage and it's the wrong colour. So I need to do a coat over the top, which is such a shame because the correct colour is darker. Now, if the correct colour was lighter, that's not a problem. I could put the correct colour on as weathering. I've also been having trouble with my airbrush, and I don't know if I can really be bothered airbrushing the colour on. I have painted. You can't really see it. Do you know what? I'm gonna show you my messy top, my messy worktop. So I do apologise. Right, so there's my cup. Look, there's my cup of coffee. It's definitely got coffee in it. So this is the Corsair as is, and this is one very, very thin brush coated paint. As you can see, it needs more layers. Now, I don't know if I've just naturally learnt to do things better, but one of the issues I've always found is when you brush paint, you get this kind of smoother surface, even though it's a matte paint. When you airbrush, it comes out, you get this kind of slight roughness because it's matte. I did this super thin, and it actually comes out about the same. Now, if we compare it to my Mustang, this actually feels quite smooth, even though it's a matte paint. It's definitely a matte finish. So is it the paint manufacturer or is it the way that I've painted it? I don't know. But I found that quite interesting. So I'm probably going to I'm probably going to be brush painting this, and it saves all that masking, doesn't it? But yeah, I did have a rant on one of the videos, and that was canopy glue. I noticed that since the Lancaster come out, I am not talking about you building with the boys, but the way people go on about microcrystal clear, it's like it's something that's the only thing you can use. And where my rant is my channel only has less than 1,000 subs. I don't have an issue with that. It's growing organically. You know, I've not been spamming groups. I've not been buying subs. It's taken a long time to build, but that's the way it is. Now we've got channels out there with over 15,000 subs, and I'm not moaning about that because they've worked really hard for that. But their expertise isn't quite so much in scale models. It's more in part works, and they tell you you've got to buy this, that, and the other. Now, watch this. To show you the strength of this canopy glue that I've used, I'm just gonna. I can't. Oops, I did pull it off purposely. I can't, because of the shape of the canopy. I can't lift it up just by the canopy, so I'm having to make a handle. So look, so as you can see, I can lift that plane up just from the weight of the glue that stuck the canopy is in. Now, what is this magic canopy glue that you've used, Penny, I hear you ask? Well, are you ready for this? PVA glue. This came from Poundland. That's what I use for my canopy glue. Now, I have heard someone say the disadvantage with microcrystal clear is it takes 24 hours to dry. Now, my PVA glue takes about half an hour to sort of get some strength. Like I said, I did pull that off purposely. But what you'll find with PVA glue and microcrystal clear, it's not as strong as super glue, which gives it many advantages. I've actually stuck this on like a mask. But yeah, so what my rant is, I've had a lot of people disagree with things that I say and things that I do because my channel is small. Now, if you go out there and you find a channel with 10 members and they give a piece of advice, don't diss them just because they've only got 10 subs. You don't know what they've done outside of YouTube. Now, they may actually be the inventors of a particular glue. You know, sorry, my apologies for that. So yeah, you don't know what their experience is and what they've used. Now, when it comes to this canopy glue, I've never used microcrystal clear. Never ever used it. So I'm no expert on it. Now, if someone says it takes 24 hours to dry, as far as I'm concerned, it takes 24 hours to dry. Why do I use PVA glue? Because I was using PVA glue before microcrystal clear was invented. Many years ago, when I was very young, I was sort of a couple of little hobby clubs I went to. Oh, my canopy's all fog up. I don't understand. How can I prevent that? And some old man comes up to me, taps me on the shoulder, he says, I can fix that for you. Put that in with PVA glue. Because at the time, PVA glue was the most expensive thing you could buy. They didn't have all this fancy stuff. Why should I change just because, you know? And I've had it before, and this is basically I'm going off on one. I've had it before where people have actually said to me on a live stream before, not my own live. I've said something and they've gone, no, I don't believe that. And I'm like, sod you then. I try and give a bit of advice, and you know, I've also had where I've said stuff, and they've gone, oh, that's good. Oh, you'll have to show us how to do that. And I'll go, I made a video a month ago. Did you not see it? No, I don't look at your channel. Really? So you tell me you support my channel, and I'm supporting your channel. You want my continued support, right? And then you say, oh yeah, look at Penny's channel. She's got a great channel. Go and give it a look. But you don't watch it yourself. I don't want advertised subs, guys. If you think my channel is great, subscribe and watch it. But if you're not watching my channel, I kind of feel this is going to come across the wrong way. I kind of feel you shouldn't be advertising my channel to others. If you're not watching my channel, how can you genuinely say, um, oh, watch Penny's channel? Would you recommend a film to somebody else if you haven't seen the film? You know, oh, have you seen that new war film called blah blah Death on the Beach? Oh, it's really really good. Really? What happens in it? Well, I don't know. I've never seen it. You know. Anyway, rant over, guys. Um, so um, so despite me ranting, we're still on target for me doing one of my shortest ever um, catch-up videos. Right, so guys, that is probably all I can get done today. So we've got RoboCop, Warhammer. We may have a video on Wednesday. I've been putting together a little video which I haven't finished yet. It's a review. Might not come out because Wednesday there's no Eddie Stobart. Gauntlet's coming out Thursday. There might be a Lancaster video on Friday. And then there's nothing on the Saturday. Saturday I will be tidying my room up and packing everything. I will be going home on a Sunday where we will have the live channel update. And hopefully by then this will be a darker blue. Right guys, so that's it for me then. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Oh, I have another update for you. This isn't going to happen quickly, and it was just an idea that we bounced around last night, but I think it's going to go ahead. On a Saturday, we do it used to be called Penny Teaches Newbie how to make models. Now we've turned it into the Penny and Natasha show. It's having another slight change. From possibly July, because April is too soon to start it, because April is tomorrow, we are going to be doing a regular group build. So we're not going to be, oh God, I just realised I left one of my paintbrushes in the paint water overnight. That is probably one of the most hooked. Look at that paintbrush. Have you ever seen a brush? Thankfully it's my old scabby brushes. The ones that I don't really use much. Sorry guys, complete change of subject. This is how I get, oh, squirrel, a kind of thing. So we are not going to be doing the Penny and Natasha show anymore. We are going to be doing group builds. So what we're going to be doing is we will be doing a group build every 3 months, and it will change every 3 months. So the first one will run July all the way through to the end of September. Then the next group build will be October all the way to the end of December. The next one will be January through to the end of March, and so on and so forth. We will announce the next group build before we do, or as we're doing the previous one. That then gives you 3 months to prepare it. No cheating, guys. No starting the group build until it starts. And what myself and Natasha will be doing on our weekly show, or whenever our show is, we will be building our group builds. Now, it may well be that myself and Natasha are doing the same thing. It will still have a very similar format in that I'm helping Natasha build. We will still have guests coming on if they want to build what they're building, but the rules will slightly change for guests coming on. The rule used to be when we have when I say anyone's welcome to join the stream, usual rules apply. Now what the usual rules apply is if I've seen you in chat, I don't mind you coming on the show. If I see this strange name sitting there that I've never heard of, I'm not pulling you in on my stream. I need to get to know you first. There will now be one additional rule, which is that you have to be making something that fits in with a group build. Now, the first group build is we're working on the title of under 15 quid. So what that means is the kit has to have a basic price of less than 15 quid. Paints and aftermarket parts, etc., can be on top of that, but you have to be able to, anyone has to be able to go and buy this model for 15 quid. Obviously, if you get an old antique off eBay for 14 quid, that's fine. But that's what we're looking at doing. And as time evolves, we'll be looking at other group build subjects. So sometimes we might get quite specific. You know, we might say it's got to be 2 litre cars or bigger, painted black with a spare tyre attached to the bonnet. I don't think we'll ever go for something like that. But yeah, so that's how we're going to just change the show a little bit. So instead of being a newbie show, it will be a show for anybody. It's just that some people are different levels than others. Now, we will be setting a Facebook group up for that, and it will be just about the group builds. And then one of the conditions of the Facebook group will be that we can show on the I try to get the words out. Sorry, guys. So anything that gets posted on the Facebook page will be shown on the video, on the live stream. So we'll go through, and what it will do is we want to see what everybody's up to, what they're planning, and it also acts as a little bit of inspiration for other people. So that is just about it. What am I working on as well is one other thing I want to show you. This is a prototype. I am working on my own. Just had a notification on my phone. I am working on some sanding sticks. These are spongy sanding sticks. The only trouble is they're a little bit thin. These are actually pretty good. They're nice little spongy sticks. Now, the good sanding sticks are about, I think they work out about £5 or £10 per stick. These work out at about 10 pence each, and they're actually pretty good. They're a little bit better than I expected, but I've still got to just sort of perfect it. But I suspect because I have less than 1,000 subs, I'm pretty sure people will look at my sanding sticks and go, they're no good. I'm off to buy the most expensive sanding sticks I can find in the universe. In fact, sod your £10 sanding sticks, Penny. I found some that cost £20 a stick. They must be the best. Sorry, that's me ranting again. But yeah, no, I'm just having a little play with these, and it is working really well. And all it is, it's some double-sided foam with some sandpaper, and there's absolutely no gluing involved because the sticky is actually really good. I can't peel that off, and the stick is free. Let me show you this, guys. So on the one hand, I don't steal. I never steal. I ask permission, and I said to the hotel, would you mind if I took a few coffee stirrers? I want to use them for a modelling project. And they said, certainly, Penny, help yourself. So I did. So I didn't steal these. I never steal. I asked permission, but this is the basis for the sanding sticks. Now, these aren't the best quality sanding sticks in the world. These are about the same standard. No, I'd say they're a little bit better than Greg's coffee stirrers, but not quite as good as McDonald's. McDonald's do some good ones. They're nice and thick. So I might have to have a cup of coffee today and just pop into McDonald's. So you can do a deluxe version one, which will have a wider stick, but that's going to cost you money. You know me, I'm all about saving money. I also need to buy some new sandpaper because For some reason, I only have 800 grit as my finest sandpaper, but there you go. Guys, I have rabbited on for way too long. This is the end of my weekly catch up. So now you know what's coming, you know what's possibly coming, you know what's happened. So this time next week, what is it now? So judging by this, as if you're reading this, watching this, sorry, as it's published, it should be coming on for 6:45. I should well easily be doing a live. In fact, I should be 45 minutes. Well, yeah, of course I will. This my live is going to be coming out at the same time this video is published. So as you're watching this, I'll be doing a live. So yeah, guys, that's it. I'll catch you next week. Have an absolutely wonderful week. Guys, don't overstuff on the chocolate today. Well, it's probably too late now because it's 6 o'clock when this comes out. So if you are sitting there watching this video going, oh, I've eaten too much chocolate, I have no sympathy for you. As my mum used to say to me as a kid, don't eat them all today, make them last all week, have a little bit of chocolate every day. Because it's not often you get given all that chocolate with no judgment. You know what it's like. From next week until next Easter, if you buy 2 chocolate bars, say, I don't know, a Mars and a Twix, everyone's going to say to you, oh, you're a pig. And then today, you get 10 people buy you Easter eggs and you eat them all in one day. Suddenly it's, well done. Oh, look at you, Mansion. I couldn't believe you could eat so much chocolate in one day. Right, guys, take care, and I will catch you next week when I will be live. Bye.